Hello everyone, I'm Jae Sinnett. Welcome to another edition of Cooking with Jae here in my Jazzy Jae kitchen. I hope all of you are doing well, you're safe out there, and as always, thank you so much for watching my cooking episodes. And Cooking with Jae airs every Sunday evening at 6 on the WHO Public Media Facebook page. And thank you for watching the program, and thanks for your responses too. A lot of you have written me about the recipes. You've tried some of these recipes. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. On this episode of Cooking with Jae, I'm going to make my version of Mongolian beef. So I'm breaking out my wok. Mongolian beef is a traditional Chinese dish, and maybe many of you have had it. And I'm going to show you how I make the dish using my wok, and I'm going to have some rice with it and some broccolini. It's going to be a nice dinner, and it's pretty easy to put together. I wish I had the flaming wok, but I have an electric stove, so I have to use an electric wok. But it gets the job done. It gets the job done. And so that's what's on the menu tonight, Mongolian beef. So if you're ready to see me put this dish together, let's get cooking. Okay, in my pan here I have some thinly sliced filet. You can use a flank steak. Most people use a flank steak. I just use a filet because it's more tender. The beef is more tender. And I create a marinade. The marinade is simple. Just about 3 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce, about a tablespoon of olive oil, about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and about a half a tablespoon of cornstarch. And then mix that well, then put the beef slices in the marinade and let it marinate for at least an hour. Okay, so that's, oh, I left out one ingredient. Did I say Worcestershire sauce? Yeah, I think I did. So about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, tablespoon of olive oil, 3 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce, and about a half a tablespoon of cornstarch. Mix well, put the beef slices in here, and let it marinate for at least an hour. Okay? So, and when it's ready, I'm going to turn the heat on over here on my wok, because you want that pretty hot, and I want to turn the fan on low. Not yet. I will though. So now the cornstarch you see in this plate here, I'm going to dredge these beef pieces in this cornstarch. The cornstarch is also in the marinade. And it's interesting because the cornstarch, the differences between the cornstarch and flour, if you remember eating some Chinese beef, you may have noticed that the beef has a gleam quality to it. It's gleaming, glistening, right? How do they get that shiny texture on the beef? Well, it's the cornstarch. They do this. They dredge it in the cornstarch. And the cornstarch also creates a nice crispy texture on the beef, as you will see here momentarily. So after it's marinated for at least an hour in that Worcestershire sauce, the olive oil, the soy sauce, low sodium soy sauce, and the cornstarch, you take it out, you take the pieces out and dredge them again, or dredge them in this cornstarch here. And then I'll show you what we're going to do, how we're going to cook these things. Okay. And you notice I didn't put any salt in here because there's enough salt in the sodium, in the soy sauce, and in the Worcestershire sauce. Okay. All right. So let's move over to the wok here on the stove, and I'll show you how I make this beef. Okay. I'm going to turn the blower on here a little bit. You want to get in here I have a little bit of olive oil and some toasted sesame oil. All right, and you want to get the oil where it's almost smoking, where it's smoking a little bit as it is now. Okay. And put the beef slices in this oil. All right. Okay. These will cook only for just a couple of minutes on each side. Okay? Now, once these beef pieces are ready, I will take them out, and then I will make my sauce, and I'll tell you how I create the sauce here in just a moment. Over here in this pot, I have some rice, and in here I have some broccolini. Over here to my right. And you will see here just momentarily the nice crispy texture that the cornstarch will create around the beef. Okay? And again, I use thinly sliced filet. In the background, you can't hear the music, but I have the trio out of Manchester, England, Go-Go Penguin. They're called Go-Go Penguin out of Manchester, England, piano, bass, drums, and trio. And when I have the blower off, you might hear them more clearly. All right, so let's look at that. No, a little bit longer. Make sure that's turned up more. And when these beef pieces are cooking, when you touch them, they start to get a little hard because that's that crispy outer layer forming on the beef. Okay? All right, let's turn these pieces over. I'm curious if you've tried any of my recipes from my Cooking with Jae episodes. I would certainly like to hear about it. You know, let me know what you think if you tried any of the dishes, or just let me know what you think of the program. You know, send me an email to jae.sinnett, that's jae.sinnett at whrv.org. I'd always love to know what you think about the program. And always, thank you for watching. All right, these are almost done. And hold. Okay. These pieces in here. Let that piece cook just for a few more seconds. Nice crispy texture on this beef. Nice color. Okay, I think we're done on that. All right, so we have the beef over there. Now, I want to create this sauce. Okay. Add about 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. A couple tablespoons of brown sugar. Some garlic, some finely minced up garlic. Some finely minced up ginger, a little bit of red pepper flakes, and a little bit of some cornstarch slurry, which basically acts as a little bit of a thickener, okay? So a little bit of that slurry there. Oh yeah. Now I want to get the beef. Beef up well. And last but not least, I'm going to add some scallions and say hello to my little friend right here. But you know what? Oftentimes in Chinese cuisine, they shave these red peppers, all right? Because if you bite into a whole one like that, it might ruin your evening because they're really spicy. So I just put in there for some extra heat, a little bit of garnish, so some scallions. Oh yeah! I turn the fire down. Oh man, that's nice. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna get my plate. beef on my plate. Oh, yeah. Okay. Add some rice. Oh, can't wait to get into this rice. And my broccolini, which I just happen to have over here. Okay, that's my plate right there, my dinner for tonight. You can put a little orange juice in there, but kind of make it like an orange beef if you want. You can add some orange zest in there and some orange juice and make it like an orange beef. But I just made Mongolian beef with jasmine rice and broccolini. That's my dinner for tonight. All right, set my plate down over here. Okay, so set the plate there. That's my meal for tonight. My Jazzy J version of Mongolian beef. And again, you marinate the beef in about 3 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce, about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, a tablespoon of olive oil, and about 1/2 tablespoon of cornstarch. Mix that well. Thinly slice flank steak, or in my case I used a filet. Mix well with the marinade. Marinate for at least an hour. Take it out. Have some cornstarch on a plate. Dredge the beef slices in the cornstarch. Okay, each slice in the cornstarch. And in the wok, you want to have, I put some oil. Have the oil where it's at a smoking point. It's really hot. All right. Then you cook the beef for just a couple of minutes on each side. They'll start to get brown and kind of crispy texture because of that cornstarch. Remove the beef, then add a couple more tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, about the couple of cloves of finely minced garlic, about a tablespoon of freshly minced ginger. I said brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and put a little bit of red pepper flakes in there, and then some cornstarch slurry, which is basically about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch mixed with a little bit of cool or cold water, stirred up, and you add a little bit in there, and that will just act as a thickener. Stir that up well with those ingredients, then add the beef, return the beef to that, mix it up. You'll see that glistening texture on the beef, and the flavor is wonderful. And if you want to turn it into an orange beef, you can just add some orange zest and a little bit of orange juice in there, and it turns into a different kind of texture with that citrus in there, from the orange. But it's just Mongolian beef tonight, and I'm serving it with rice and broccolini. So that's my Jazzy J recipe for this edition of Cooking with Jay, my Mongolian beef, cooked in my wok. If you have any questions or comments, always feel free to email me again to jae.sinnett@whrv.org. That's jae.sinnett@whrv.org. We'd always love to know what you think about the cooking segments, and your comments are appreciated. And in the meantime, again, be safe out there, my friends. Until next Sunday, the program airs Sundays at 6, Sunday evenings at 6 on the WHO Public Media Facebook page. Don't forget about my Sinnett in Session Jazz Show, Monday through Thursday nights from 9 until 1, Saturday mornings 1 until 5, Sunday afternoons from 1 until 5. Thank you for your support of Sinnett in Session and for WHRV and WHRO. Greatly appreciated. Until next time, be safe again. We'll see you soon.